Okay, good morning. This is Erica Morielli. It's Crazy Hair Day today, Spirit Week, So I want to do a quick, hopefully, pro tips on how to schedule Google Meets with your students. Since our elementary students do not have email, you can create a Google calendar invitation and include any of your students or just create a link. So here's what I'm going to do. I am in my Google Calendar. When I hit create, I am going to call this my, let's say, office hours, or it could be one-on-one. Whenever I'm making a test, I call it delete me. That way I know I can delete it. I'm going to click more options. And once I'm in the official calendar invite, if I come over here, first I'll look at when I'm going to create the invite. So I'm going to put it for today to show you an interesting option in a moment. And then I add conferencing. When you add conferencing, click on Hangouts Meet. And then your Hangouts Meet creates a unique URL. So I just highlighted it. In this URL, this can stay active no matter how many times you use it in a calendar invite. So actually, once you create one Google Hangouts Meet, all you need to do is send a family or a student that link, and you're going to be good to go. You can send them that link, or you could invite your students also. I have a student's permission and a parent's permission to use a test account with one of my students. So I'm going to add him in here so you can see what it looks like from a student's perspective. When I hit save, I'm going to hit don't send. Our students don't have email, so if you hit send, you will get a notification back in your email that says, hey, this email account doesn't exist. So save yourself some hassle and hit don't send. So now I've created a delete me office hours on my calendar right here. And I am going to show you what it would look like then on your student's account. So in my student's account, when they go to the BVSD portal and they log in, the students have access to Google Meet, but they cannot create one. They can only go into one that you've created for them. If they click Google Meet, it opens up and they can click right here, office hours, delete me. That is one way they can get in there. You can also send them that link that I just showed you. If you click on this, it says it's getting ready. The student will need to say yes for their microphone and their camera. So you'll have to probably walk them through how to do that, or just remind them there might be a pop-up. They'll click allow, allow. And then this is, remember, from a student's perspective. So it says no one else is here. Students can't come into a Hangout unless you are already in there as the teacher. So that's a good safety precaution. So they'll have to click join now. And even when they click join now, if no one else is in there, they won't be able to see anyone at that time. So I'm going to actually get out of this meet. So again, when you invited on the calendar, if you invite your students, it will show up in Meet. If you don't invite your students, create the calendar event, and then this is going to be your Google link that you could share with families or the students. When they enter that URL into any browser, it also brings up that Meet. So ready to join, no one else is there. So they could get in there at that time. So what I have done is, so the next tip that I would recommend is, what I have done is I started one Google Calendar invite, And then I would recommend duplicating. And then you can take guests and invite them or take them off of the invite list. But I did that so my URL stays the same. So I want to make sure that my URL this is going to be the same one I'm going to use every time I meet with my kids. And that will make it a little bit easier for my families. So I can share this link and invite them on Google Meet. So if you can see on my calendar, I'm starting individual 10-minute conferences with my students and office hours using the same URL, so students only have to click on one area to get in there.